complex challenges of the 21st century, when considered together, form a problem that requires cross-disciplinary collaboration and thought leadership.
There's 4 principles that I've outlined for transpecies design. The first one is that it's regenerative. So how do we think about building environments that build back biodiversity? The second one would be repair, building with living systems and living elements. The third one would be reconciliation, thinking about ways in which we can build relationships of mutual flourishing. And the fourth one would be recovery. So thinking about reverse engineering, for example, or a biome-in approach to design, thinking about the ways we might build back and recover habitats that have been lost.
The problems that we're facing today seem individually insurmountable. We've got climate change, we've got resource depletion, social and racial inequalities, we've got species extinction, and we even have other maybe less talked about factors like loneliness, erosion of community, or even political divisiveness. You look at this and sometimes it's a little bit of a frozen moment. How do we move forward? And I think there's an opportunity for design to provide some transformative change. The opportunity for designers, whether those be architects or product designers or even policy designers, to weave together the distinct expertise of a variety of individuals to bring those ideas together in a way through design and design thinking to help solve the problems in a manner that are more responsible, more reflective of the true complexity of the problems that we're designing our way through, can perhaps result in some solutions that will have better traction and produce better outcomes.
Transpecies design can offer a reconciliatory way of designing for the future, creating soft and permeable environments that rehabilitate and rejuvenate local ecosystems with projects designed for multiple species in mind, not just humans.
Transpecies design is good design more holistically considered. It thinks about the form and the function, beauty, delight, aesthetic experience, but it also thinks about those secondary and tertiary outcomes, not just of all human life, but really of all species.
All of that work's going to come together in this really exciting exhibition that we're doing as part of the 2023 Venice Architecture Biennale. It will be on show at the European Cultural Centre's Palazzo Bembo in the heart of Venice, and we're super excited about that because we've got 3 rooms that we're filling out with all of this work.
The College of Design at the University of Oregon highlights reconciliatory design philosophies, such as transpecies and environmental design, to ensure that undergraduate and graduate students are able to tackle complex global challenges and positively affect the people, communities, and environments around them.
The University of Oregon has been doing this kind of work before it was even fashionable and has continued to be at the forefront of work around sustainable development and sustainable design.
I'm in the landscape architecture program, which is within the School of Architecture and Environment. My professors are more like mentors. They've been in the field for a couple of years. They actually know what it's like to be a landscape architect, and they're really candid about their experiences and their design process. It's been really cool to see how they approach design and then cobble together from that, like, oh, this really works for me, or oh, this really resonates with me, and find my own practice and what it means for me to be a landscape architect. There's so many opportunities here, but it's really up to you to figure out what's important to me. What do I want to get out of this? What are the pieces that I want to make sure I bring with me when I leave here? Because it really is this wild world where you have access to all these cool things that are going on, and events and professors and speakers. So just take advantage of it while you're here.
In the College of Design, we've got 3 schools and 1 standalone department. One of the schools would be planning, public policy and management, and they're doing a lot of work in the policy sector around sustainable living communities and climate justice work as well. Then we've also got School of Art and Design with the Department of Art and the Department of Product Design. The Fine Art program, we've got photography, jewellery, metalsmithing, woodwork, painting, sculpture, art and technology. Over in the School of Architecture and the Environment, we've got the architecture program and landscape architecture as well. We also have a Masters in Historic Preservation, and we've got interior architecture as well. So we've got the whole gamut. We've got lots of studio space here. And in addition to the 3 schools, we've got the Department of the History of Art and Architecture that teaches undergraduate students not just across the college, but across the university as a whole. All the facilities that help support all of that, so quite an amazing infrastructure. And we have both a campus here in Eugene and a campus in Portland. It really is a place that lives and breathes its environmental legacy. So if you're interested in issues of environmentalism and tackling climate change, this is the place to come, because we are very serious about that kind of work.
Learn more at design.uoregon.edu.